Hey there, so today we have another review. This is a beer from Coronado Brewing in collaboration with Pizza Port. So this is their El Rollo West Coast IPA. Actually, don't know what El Rollo means, but anyway. Coronado, I don't think I've ever had a beer from them. They're based out of San Diego, I believe. Sorry, they're at Coronado, California, not San Diego. So I assume it's pretty close. Out of like a gajillion thousands of beers I've reviewed, I don't think I've ever had a beer from Coronado. And crazy enough, Pizza Port's the reason why I bought this one, because Pizza Port is one of the most OG kind of legacy West Coast IPA breweries out there, and also apparently producing some of the best West Coast IPAs out there. But we don't get Pizza Port, so it's also one of those beers, like like it's like the Live Oak Hefeweizen that I did. It's like cool enough and highly regarded enough, but then not hype enough to get traded for. So like, if it never got traded for, then I don't really get to like go to a bottle share and try it. So then like, that's at the middle point where it's like not hype enough that I tried it, but like cool enough that like I never got to try it. So like, but yeah, Pizza Port's a important guy, so I thought I'd try it out. Canned. Six weeks ago. Classic West Coast hot bill. We're talking Chinook, Columbus, Simcoe. So none of that Citra nonsense, right? Look at that beautiful clear, light to medium, light gold color. Has a little bit darker than light gold, so not quite medium gold, but fluffy white head, crystal clear clarity. Yeah, that smells right. Piney, dank, a little bit of grapefruit, a little bit of orange. Oil, grapefruit oil thing, but piney, dank, resinous, gasoline. Just like herbal for days. It almost has a savory sage character to it, but it's like pine and resin and just like ripping. A little bit of marijuana too, like quite marijuana heavy. I mean, this just smells West Coast. Like it's just perfect. Like it's so iconically West Coast San Diego-ish kind of like IPA. It actually reminds me a little of Pacific Northwest too, but like this is West Coast to the dime. Lean. Okay. That's the interesting thing about this beer. It really lacks bitterness. I was expecting a lot more bitterness on this guy. So I guess that's what they've done to some of these IPAs. They've sort of replicated these recipes, pulled back in the crystal malts and made it lean clean, but then it's not a bitter guy either. But it's dang good. Wow. 7.2. It's like drinking hop water. And obviously hop water has a lot more flavor, or a lot less flavor to it. It's pretty much a flavored hop seltzer, but like or a flavored like hard seltzer with like hops. Or no, sorry, there's no hardness to a hop seltzer, but it seems like if you could, this would be something like it. There's a little bit of light kind of tinged toasted malt to it, maybe a little bit of like light Melba toast. No clue what Nigel's doing. Oh, that's what he's asking for. Anyway, I'll help him in a second. He's just asking to go to one of the rooms. But it's piney, dank, marijuana-laden, dry. It's delicious. It really needs more. It really needs some bitterness. But this beer is so well constructed. It's so darn tasty. I mean, this is what I want. It almost has this character of like Imperial West Coast Pilsner. And the crazy thing, that's like a new style, like West Coast Pilsner, and I haven't reviewed one yet. And this guy, he's just so annoying. For a second, but yeah, it's very tasty. It's piney, it's resiny, not much fruit character to it. Really lean, clean machine, dries all days. I really wish it had more bitterness to really pop up this kind of like IPA character and show IPA. But it's really well constructed. It just tastes fantastic, and really just it's like it's like taking an airplane. Like if I land in San Diego right now, I feel like I would just be ripping through these beers nonstop. Each brewery I step to would just be like, who can get more dry and more aromatic, tons of hop character, ripping like marijuana, resin, a hint of grapefruit pith going on, just classic American hop character that I was getting in like 2012, 2013, 2014, right? Like just classic American hop flavors that I'm used to. It does have bitterness, like, but it's like very light. It's like medium to medium minus. I would expect this to be way more bitter. Show bitterness, it doesn't really show much bitterness, but it is a super dumb drinkable machine. I mean, like, Jesus Christ, like, that is so dumb drinkable. I'm really happy I picked this one up. Obviously, with the pedigree of Pizza Port, and you guys post more about Coronado. I really don't know much about the brewery. And the fact that, like, it used to be distributed in New York and didn't really see it much otherwise out of that. And then I never actually had any of the beers from Coronado, but 96 plus. This is a fantastic beer. Again, yeah, it's just like great. Like, it has this like little bit of like medicinal lingering bitterness to it, a little bit soily. It's absolutely fantastic. 96 plus. Like, this is absolutely fantastic. You know, bump up the bitterness, it gets more points. But cheers later.